Hi, it's Lee from colouringqueen.net and I've got a gorgeous Korean colouring book to show you today. It is called My Masterpiece Colouring Book, and you can see it here up against Secret Garden by Joanna Basford just to get an idea of sizing. So it's more of a foolscap size, it's longer, it's got a lovely cover on it that's got like a matte finish, so it's not really smudging. I've actually had this book for some considerable time and it hasn't smudged or anything like that. The illustrations are, I believe, by Soo Yeon. I apologize in advance if I butchered that name. And we open up, we've got a lovely orange protective sheet here, and this book is in colour because it has some coloured images to inspire you. Some more protective paper, and then a smaller version here in colour. Now this is all printed on coloured paper, but don't worry, there will be gorgeous illustrations as well. So we have got our beautiful picture there. I mean, you could colour that in, I guess, but it's more of a copyright page. Then we've got the illustrations for chapter 1, which show us how to colour in this picture by following these little sort of step-by-step guides. And here is our finished picture. Now, the images, as you can see, they do run up into the spine, so you will need to crack that spine open a little bit. It's very stiff, but as you can see, if you can see right there on the camera, there is a little border that just goes right up to there. So it might be hard to get into that little ditch, but you don't really need to get in that far. So you've got your coloured inspirational image there. And then on the right-hand side, in this beautiful soft grayscale, which is like a grey with a tinge of brown, so maybe like a French grey line art, but probably more on the grey side. Some of it is very faint so that you get a painterly effect. So you can colour that picture there, and it has this beautiful backing. And again, you could use these pictures to inspire you, and you could colour this one in just as a test and, you know, see if you like your results or not. Got a gorgeous double page spread here now, including the man, and then a landscape drawing, and I'll just show you the line art. And look at this beautiful zebra. So we've got a combination of coloured artwork and then an inspirational picture and the artwork for you to colour. It really is stunning. Now, of course, it's a bit hard to get a hold of this book. I love to say that to you, don't I? And so I've put the links where you can buy it below the video. But sometimes you've just got to keep looking around for these books. But if you do find one, then you know what you can get. You know what's in it. If you sometimes just see a listing like on eBay or something like that, so you know how beautiful it is. So isn't this just stunning? It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, the colouring paper and the coloured paper is the same. The paper is a smooth white paper, really suitable for coloured pencils, particularly as there is an image usually on the reverse, not always, but usually. I haven't tested it with watercolours, and if you did want to go the watercolour route, I would really suggest that you try a page that you don't like, or one of those copyright pages, before you test it out on the other parts of the book, because to me it really is more of a coloured pencil book. The paper is not really that thick and it's quite smooth. So another landscape style portrait, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's nice to see men in the colouring books. Another stunning image with, again, another man, two men, And isn't it beautiful in all those lovely, delicious pastels? And there we have the image again. And I love how that image is on the facing page so that you've got something to refer to when you're colouring in case you're like me and you forget what it looks like. And I mean, I know some of you don't need inspirational images, but I certainly do. And look at this one, gorgeous in yellow and green. Beautiful tulips there. Absolutely stunning imagery. Now, I don't know what this says, but you could always use the scan and translate apps to see what it says. But isn't it beautiful? It's just stunning. The delicacy of this. Now, you would have to put that pattern on yourself or not if you aren't inclined to do it. But it's just stunning. I love the colours on this. More gorgeous imagery there and beautiful in the pastels. Of course, you can do whatever you fancy. That's the way my hair looks like. Another stunning image. See how they've added in these details on the side there? And just see how this is. It's just a few like squiggles, but it looks really effective. And look at these beautiful kitties. I love the colour schemes they've used here. They're just so different and soft and just unexpected. And this one, again, look at this. It's just hard squiggles and it just looks great. And these are like smudges where you just get pencil shavings and rub it on a bit of paper across. It's just so effective. And then we've got the image again. Look at all these checks. We've got our digital watch. And of course the shirt here doesn't have the checks on it, so if you were clever, you could draw those in or not, as the case may be. And more beautiful girls. Lovely, just really lovely lines down there. Now this is a landscape picture. But it doesn't really lay flat that well, to be honest. I don't know if I'm not strong enough, but it's not really sitting down that well. It's really tightly bound. But isn't it stunning? And this is absolutely beautiful. Love the colour scheme here. It's just so effective with just a couple of colours. Very fine line weight there. It gives it a real painterly look. And this is just so soft, you can barely see the lines, even for me, and the creases are very, very fine. There's actually a lot of images in this book. And it's put together so well with all of these lovely coloured lines or coloured pages for us to enjoy. Isn't this beautiful? Now, we've actually got the flowers on this one, and the lines on her shirt are roughly there, as are his. They're very roughly there, so you could actually follow those along. But the rocks in the background are so faint in some parts that you barely can see them. And these really are masterpieces, aren't they? They're just so stunning. And the grayscale is just so subtle. God, this reminds me of my teenage years living in the country. Car was a bit newer, but and we've got some lines here, but not all of them, and some on the girl. Very subtle and very soft grayscale. It's such a romantic book, isn't it? And now we're up to chapter 3. So these are some little name cards that you can colour in and cut out. They're printed on the same paper, so it's not cardstock or anything. And I guess you put people's mobiles and emails and little notes about them. Here's some gorgeous little name tags. Aren't these pretty? I don't know that I'd use them as a name tag, but maybe hanging up or something like that. And here is a gorgeous postcard, and again, it's on the same paper. It's not on cardstock, but it's that gorgeous image at the front. So now we've got our protective paper and the back cover. So that's it for our gorgeous colouring book, Colouring Your Masterpiece from Korea. The links, as usual, are below the video. And if you liked this video, please consider clicking that like button. It really helps me out with YouTube. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.